So has your girl suddenly gone cold on you? Has she disrespected, taken hours or days to respond, or simply just lost attraction to you? Are you thinking of going no contact? No worries, in this video we'll go over why ignoring women suddenly causes their attraction to skyrocket for you. So definitely make sure that you stick around until the end. This is Gentlemen and Scholars, where we discuss dating style and personal development. So if you're into becoming a better version of yourself, definitely make sure that you like and subscribe. But without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump into today's video. So for today's topic, we're going over why ignoring women can cause their attraction to skyrocket. So I'll go over this and also share a personal real life example of something that happened in my life. So definitely make sure that you stick around until the end. So generally speaking, when people are seen as more scarce, they are perceived to be more valuable. So with this in mind, you should aim to make your time more scarce. And one way that you can do this is not being so readily available. Take your time in responding. You don't have to respond every 5, every 10, every 15 minutes. You can take your time and respond back when you're available. And this goes for even some of you guys that are still in school. If you're in school, maybe in college, and you find that you have a good amount of free time, fill this space with things that are going to help you to achieve your long-term goals. Or, if you're not clear on that yet, things that are going to help you to get clear on your long-term goals. So find compelling hobbies, explore those. You're going to want to be learning stuff, so definitely read books. Like How to Win Friends and Influence People, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Those are some great books that are going to teach you life skills, but are going to be highly advantageous to allow you to get clearer on what your purpose is, what your mission is. What are some of the things that you find you want to go towards and explore long term. It's going to help you to get very clear on that, so I highly encourage you to check those books out. Point being is that you're going to want to fill your time with things that are going to help you to get towards your purpose. So you're going to want to spend incremental amount of time every single day and work towards these long-term goals. And over time, it will have a huge impact on your life. And when it comes to women and being more attractive to them, this is definitely going to be advantageous for that as well. You should always put your purpose, your mission first above all. And they may not like this, they may complain about this, but at the end of the day, they are attracted to a man who does this. And really the idea here is, she wastes your time and she doesn't make you a priority, and you recognize that pattern. Over time, you should do the same. And to illustrate, I do have a real life story for you guys. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, subscribe to join the Gentlemen and Scholars family. And consider checking out the Gentlemen and Scholars Club website for free resources, Gentlemen and Scholars merch, book recommendations, consultation services, and our free Gentlemen and Scholars Ultimate Handbook, where you'll learn personal development tips on how to build a successful life and become the gentleman of your dreams, style tips to develop an eye-catching, attractive, and unique personal avatar, and dating tips to attract, court, and keep the woman of your dreams. Visit the Gentlemen and Scholars Club website for more. Now back to the video. So this story takes place back when I was in college. So, this was towards the end of college. So I had just started a high-level finance class, and this was a pretty difficult class. It's one of those classes that you really had to study for. So, I had just started, and I'm getting settled in on my first day. And then in walks in this stunning Latina woman. She was wearing slacks and a dress shirt, but all of which accentuated her figure. She had gorgeous long hair, her physique was on point, so no complaints at all. So I didn't immediately say anything at this point. I was more focused on the work, but she did catch my eye. But fast forward and we had our first quiz. I actually caught her coming out of the building, on the way to the parking lot. So I'm thinking to myself, like, all right, now's my chance. So, I'll walk right up to her, say, hey, I wanted to come meet you, what's your name? And then, I got her information, and then I reached out a few days later. So when I reached out, she was, pretty into it. We're talking and chatting back and forth. But then after I send a couple texts, I immediately go to set the date. And then she throws a bit of a curveball. She lets me know that she had been talking to someone and even acted a little shocked that I had even asked her out. But gents, of course, this didn't faze me at all. I didn't backtrack, I didn't apologize. I just simply let her know to, hey, once you figure that out, just let me know and take care. So at that point, I ended up going no contact. I didn't reach out. I didn't, check in on her. I didn't check her stories. None of that. I just sort of hung back and held my cards tight to my chest to kind of see what she did. But what's interesting is that she proceeded to reach out. So, on Snapchat, it would go from her constantly viewing my stuff to then reaching out and kind of commenting on some of the posts that I would make, texting. She would find random excuses to text me. Maybe it might be about the homework and, how'd you do on this question, so on and so forth. And then, when I come into class, I might catch her checking me out or, kind of looking in my direction. But, at this point, I was kind of ignoring her advances. I would respond, but it might be a short response. And, I wouldn't extend the conversation and kind of go back to what I was doing. And when I would respond on my terms. So I wouldn't be responding immediately to anything that she, sent to me or, prioritizing her. It would be on my terms. So it might be a couple hours before I got back to responding to her. But this was going on for a while. So, after like a month in and she's continuously like reaching out to me, I ended up letting her know like, hey, I'm not gonna keep talking to you like this if we're never gonna hang out. So at that point, she actually changed her tune and said, fine, when are we hanging out? And then at that point, I immediately responded back with a date, a time, and a definite location for the date. So this is very important, gents. When you do get that opportunity and, she does kind of backtrack, already have in mind what you guys are going to be doing when you do respond, and respond back with a definite date with definite plans. And, at that point she agreed, and then we went out and had a really good time. And it definitely became a night to remember, but that just shows the power of ignoring a woman or, going no contact, particularly when she's kind of pushed you away. This can be powerful. This can make her interest skyrocket. At this point, this woman was literally chasing me, and I was doing very little. My responses were very short, and I was very brief, and when I did respond, I was direct and straight to the point. So, this is something that you should make sure that you're paying attention to, and know when to implement into your interactions when you are facing certain challenges. So definitely something to pay attention to. But with that, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. If you do have any questions for me, definitely feel free to give a shout. Definitely make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Definitely make sure you do it. Hit the thumbs up, hit the notification bell. And definitely let me know down below. Have you ever ignored a woman and, seen her interest go skyrocket? Definitely let us know in the comment section down below. And last but not least, definitely make sure that you check out the Gentleman and Scholar's Ultimate Handbook, where we go over dating, style, and personal development tips to 10x your personal growth. Definitely make sure that you check that out on the Gentleman and Scholars Club website. And you can get that for free, the ebook, just by entering your name and email. So check that out on the Gentleman and Scholars Club website. But until next time, Gentlemen and Scholars. Hey gents, hope you enjoyed the video. And check out the Gentlemen and Scholars Club website for our free Gentlemen and Scholars Ultimate Handbook, free resources, book recommendations, consultation services, and some pretty slick Gentlemen and Scholars merch. GNS hoodies, t-shirts, mugs, notebooks, and so much more. Until next time, Gentlemen and Scholars. Hey gents, if you enjoyed this video, check out some bespoke video recommendations here and here. And subscribe to join the Gentlemen and Scholars Club.